They like country need another one. They like country need another one. Quasi going crazy. Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say that shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act. A bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit. Okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that energy. I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they tryna finish me, but it just turn me up. Turn me up, Jay. Fresh to death on camouflage. Gotta keep a foot up on their necks cause they might sabotage. I ain't come for peace, I brought the mask, bout to terrorize. Step. If you ain't hating, nigga, keep that bullshit to yourself. Get my bop on you niggas. Don't never question if I'm a real nigga. I get a lot for you niggas. Bitch, they thought I was finished, but I got a lot for you niggas. Lil John on them niggas. I'm the bra on them niggas. I'm the hottest in the business. Okay, put me in the mix. I can tell you used to lame niggas that ain't this. Think you coming up a bag, you ain't getting shit. You say wanna fuck, but now she see a nigga lit. Country for life in this bitch. Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say this shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act. A bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit. Okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that energy. I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they tryna finish me, but it just turn me up. Okay, turn me up, yeah. I'm like Block Boy, look alive, look alive. I'm married to that money and I keep her by my side. They thought I wouldn't be shit, so why they face look so surprised. You ain't a real nigga, you just pussy in the skies. Whoa, yeah, look at a nigga now. When I put up to the jeweler, I'ma tell that nigga go bust it down. Tryna count the money. Damn, homie, I done lost track of their mind. Turn me up, this that hot shit. It was kinda looking like a drought. I don't do this for the clout, bitch. Okay, turn me up. Do your dance on it. She ain't tryna fuck unless you got some bands on it. Okay, turn me up. Do your dance on it. She ain't tryna fuck unless you got some racks on it. Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say this shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act. A bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit. Okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that energy. I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they tryna finish me, but it just turn me up. Okay, turn me up, Jay. Okay, turn me up. Jay, bitch, I'm rolling up.
YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy T, and I'm back again with another video, guys. And today's live is going to be, guys, I'm going to set up some player props, and I'm going to do a DraftKings lineup. And also, guys, if you got any questions that you want to ask me about today's game or anything that goes with fantasy football, anything you want to ask me, guys, I'm here for you. But we're going to do some player props, and I'm going to talk about some things and some players that I think is important for this week's games. So I got like 7 or 8 players that I want to talk about, but I believe that they got a certain game script that you can go and make money off of. So before we get started, before we set up any underdog fantasies or DraftKings lineups, I want to talk about some players before we even set it up. That way we have a good game script in our mind and we can go target those players or don't target. So the first player that I want to talk about is CMC. I believe that Detroit is going to hold CMC under 100 rushing yards. I believe that CMC is going to catch a lot of passes and have probably over 60, maybe 50 receiving yards. So that's my game script for CMC. And the reason why I believe that, Detroit has one of the best run defenses in the game. So I don't believe CMC is going to be able to gut these guys. I haven't seen a running back gut these guys in the run game. Now, have I saw guys catch passes and get good, make big plays on them? Yeah, out in space in the passing game, but not through that running game. I'm waiting. Somebody right now, go in the comment section right now and let me know what running back ate Detroit up. What running back did really well against Detroit through the running game? Now, I know you might say, well, this is CMC. I get it. But Detroit run defense, those big D tackles, Pauls, Aiden Hutchinson's, some of those linebackers, those guys are great in the run game. Dan Campbell teaches these guys to establish the line of scrimmage. I think Detroit is going to win the line of scrimmage. That doesn't mean I think they're going to win the game, but I believe they're going to win the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. They are, to me, probably the number 1 or number 2 team at the line of scrimmage for 2023 and going into 2024 with Penei Sewell and Aiden Hutchinson. They got the best players on the line of scrimmage, I believe. Now, the way you beat them is you beat them through their secondary. So I like Brock Purdy to throw for over 250 yards. I think they use Debo, Ayuk, and George Kittle and CMC through the pass game to beat Detroit. I don't think you beat Detroit by running the ball and establish the line of scrimmage that way. I think you have to beat Detroit by throwing the ball. So I like CMC for over 4 or 5 catches. I also like Brock Purdy to have over 23, 24 pass attempts in this game. I believe that's how you beat Detroit. I believe he's going to have over 220 yards to 250 yards, depending if you want to take that prop or not. But I do believe he do pass the ball more than the average. All right, going over to a couple players on Detroit, I like Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now listen, Amon-Ra St. Brown numbers are high because he's a great player, so they know he's going to get targeted. So I don't know about targeting him for as a receiving touchdown or whatever, but if you wanted to go with a touchdown prop, I don't think Amon-Ra is a bad prop to go with for a receiving touchdown. I believe he could get a receiving touchdown. You could go with his targets, but remember, Amon-Ra doesn't, even though he usually gets like 10 targets, he don't have to have 10 targets to have a good fantasy week. He could get like 7 targets and 1 70-yard touchdown, right? And that means he still had a good week. He just didn't have a lot of value. So I like Amon-Ra this week. I do believe he's part of this game plan. He's either going to have a lot of targets, catches, or a touchdown. So you got to figure out which one. To me, I don't know because there's several ways you got to adjust in the game. But I don't think a touchdown prop is bad to go with him for a receiving touchdown. Another guy that I like for Detroit is Jahmyr Gibbs. I believe that he's going to catch a few passes, and I do think he has a big run. So if you got a prop where it says he could get a run for 12, 13, 15 yards, something like that, I like that type of prop for Jahmyr Gibbs. He's a big play guy. He's fast. That's how if you have explosive running back, you can beat San Francisco through that type of plays. I don't think David Montgomery just going to run through them. Can he score a goal line touchdown? Of course he can. David Montgomery can score a goal line rushing touchdown against anybody. But I believe he's going to have explosive play. So if you can find an explosive prop for him, I think that would be a good prop. Going on to the Baltimore Kansas City game, a couple guys I want to talk about. First, I want to talk about Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson, guys, is going to his total yards should be over 200 yards for as like 250 for his rushing and passing. Now, what I say he's going to have like 250-yard passing, he could beat you either way. So one prop that I feel the best about him is kind of like an Amon-Ra St. Brown. Is for him to have a rushing touchdown, or something like that, right? I wouldn't go with yards because he can beat you so many different ways. But I do believe he scored a rushing touchdown today. That's his specialty. When they get around the goal line, I think they would try to get Lamar the ball because he's their best player on their offense. And that's what you do when you're trying to score in the green zone or in the red zone. So I like Lamar Jackson, some of his touchdown props today. Going on to another guy that I like for Baltimore is Isaiah Likely. I think Isaiah Likely is the best receiving threat and has the best matchup. I don't think Fred Warner can. I'm not Fred Warner. I'm sorry, but I don't think Nick Bolton can keep up with Isaiah Likely. I think Isaiah Likely is a mismatch for all linebackers on Kansas City side. So I believe that even though Mark Andrews will play in this game, I think that Isaiah Likely will have the biggest game. Like, I don't know if it might not be the most targets, but it could be a touchdown. I like Isaiah Likely. If you want to go with this receiving stat line, that's fine. And before we get started on a NFL underdog prop bet, the last guy I like for Kansas City is Rashee Rice. I think Rashee Rice is going to be really, really good today. Main thing is I don't think Baltimore has a corner that can shut him down. Now, I'm not saying he's like some spectacular guy, but Baltimore's strength is not really their corners. They got solid corners, but they can be had in the passing game. So I know one thing, that Travis Kelce and Rashee Rice are the main targets on this team, and they got to get those guys the ball. So even if they down or up, Rashee Rice should have 7 to 10 targets today. All right. So let me see here. Check out this comment. What's going on, JC? I see you, bro. What's good with you? Okay. So let's go do this prop bet real quick. Let me share the screen. Let me get some of these, knock some of these things down. I got too many windows open. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, guys. Let me know if you can't see it. I can make it zoom in a little bit more. But let's go do some props. Let's go figure out some props, guys. Again, we're gonna go off kind of what I talked about. I like to go with CMC to get less than, let's see here. We got Lamar Jackson. Let's go look at his props. 1.5 passing touchdowns. That's okay. 211 passing yards. I kind of like that. 64 rushing yards. That's a lot. That's a lot. He can do it, but that's something that I don't feel great. I don't feel easy. 68.4. That's high for completion percentage. I would take no fumbles lost, but they got it where you have to take it. So I wouldn't do that. 2 sacks taken, no. 282 passing yards and rushing yards. Let's just say he has 60 yards rushing and 210 yards. That's a tie. So I don't know. Let's move on. Isaiah Pacheco, 64 rushing yards, 14 and a half rushing attempts. Let's see. I think he's going to be 60 yards is easy to get. I don't think he's going to have 80, but 60, he could have 60. Let me see. Less than 85 rushing yards plus receiving yards. I like the lower. I like that one. If anybody got any advice, you can put it in the comment section. And we could chop it up, see about that. I do like, that's the only one I like with Isaiah Pacheco is the 85 rushing plus receiving lower. I like Baltimore defense today to shut down that run game. Rashee Rice, over 40.5 receiving yards. I'm going high. I'm going higher. I think he has over 40.5 receiving yards. Let's look what he did last game. Buffalo, he had 4 targets. He had over 40 yards. He had 47. But the 2 games before that, he was 130 and 127. Buffalo, they was running the ball on Buffalo. And so they didn't have to use Rashid that much. So I'm going to go with higher over 40 receiving yards. Travis Kelce, that's tricky. They can use him as a decoy. He's going to get the targets, but I don't know if he'd get 8.5. He could have 7. Yes. I think they use. So JC says, you think Andrews is limited, adding to likely value. Yes. Listen, even going into next year, I think Likely is going to be one of their go-to guys on this team. I think Likely is going to be phenomenal. I think he's going to be a big part of this team. This is going to be a double tight end type team. So I think Andrews might get a couple catches, but it's going to be kind of decoys. I think Isaiah Likely is the guy. It's the guy that I'm targeting for this offense. So that's who. So we're gonna go when we get the Likely. We're gonna pick one for Likely. Hopefully, if it's good. Just because we think he's gonna do good, I'm not gonna take a line for him to get 5 yards under that. So I'm trying to go the safest route that I can go. Zay Flowers. I like Zay. 4 receptions. I could see him getting about 4 receptions. Let's look what he did last week. 4 receptions, 3 receptions, 9 receptions. He had 4 receptions last week. Because that's Lamar Jackson. He can beat you so many ways. I like that line too. I like Amara to outdo him. But they is giving him a buffer though, 41.5 adjustment. So can he do more than 41.5? I think that's what the line is saying right there. Mike Murray says Gus Edwards' first touchdown score. I like that. I like that, bro. That's something to take. The first touchdown is kind of like, guys, go with your gut. Trust your gut. Because you know they get down and they're gonna try to stop Lamar. What Lamar do? Give it to Gus, let Gus run it in. It could be Justice Hills in the game too. So I got nothing to say about Gus Edwards' first touchdown. I think that's a great pick. But let's keep going through. Let's keep going through. Let's see. I like 14.5 receiving yards for Justice Hill. I like that, but they got a lot of weapons. So they don't really, it could be Bateman, it could be Nelson. So I'm not really big on that. Mark Andrews, 3 receptions. I wouldn't touch that. He could get 3 receptions. 32 receiving yards is not a lot. 5 targets. I could say lower if I wanted to. I could see lower targets than that. I actually could see in half-point PPR. I could see him getting lower than 7.6 fantasy points too. But you got to worry about that touchdown. He could get a touchdown and he could blow that up. JC says, are you playing Rice and likely receptions or yards? Kelce too? Yes, I'm trying to play Rice and likely. That's who I'm trying to go to. Kelce, I'm just not. I don't like Kelce line. It didn't look it's too much value. I like the 6 receptions. I think he could get more than 6 receptions, but I don't think Baltimore is going to let him do that. I think Kyle Hamilton is going to be on him, and Kyle Hamilton can guard. He's a big, strong, tall guy who gives tight ends a lot of. He give him a hard time. So Kyle Hamilton can shut him down a little bit, not shut him down, but contain him. Kyle Hamilton is really, really good against tight ends. That's why Baltimore has really good numbers against tight ends. Let's keep moving. Odell Beckham. I like those 2 receptions. I really do. Odell Beckham's going to make some big plays. Let's go look at what he did. He had 1 target and 1 target. So he's been getting 1 target the last couple of weeks. So even a 19.5 receiving yards, I probably like that. What's up, Harambe? What's up, bro? So I like that, but we're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. Harrison Button, I'm going over 2. I believe Baltimore can make them kick 2 field goals. I'm willing to take that all day long. So I like Harrison Button and I like Rashid Rice for 40. I love that. Okay, let's go to likely. Two and a half receptions. I'm gonna take that, guys. Something tell maybe that's too easy. Maybe I'm worried about Mark Andrews. I mean, maybe I'm not considering Mark Andrews like I should. But guys, let me know in the comment section. Am I crazy? Let's go look at his game. Look, he got 3 targets, 2 catches here, 2 catches here, touchdown, 2 touchdowns. I see him getting, but Houston, they had control of that game. So unless you think they're gonna blow out Kansas City, he would have had more targets than that and more catches if the game would have been closer. But the game wasn't close. They haven't had a close game in a while, so that's why he only got that many catches. I kind of feel better about the yardage. Okay, for the big play. Okay. 23 receiving yards. I got you. I'm gonna go with you, bro. JC says, I kind of feel better about likely yardage. Okay, tell me why, bro. Because you helping me out. I like the catches, but they don't, like you said, they got a lot of mouths to feed. So I do know he could get a big play. So I'm going with you, what you saying. It makes sense. I can see him getting a 30-yard catch or 1 big touchdown. He said he could get 1 big catch and cash it. Right. I agree, bro. He says, never mind, bro. I saw it in the description. I'm playing. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I posted it, bro. It's in the it's in the link. Appreciate you, guys. Go follow my link. It's in the description. If you want to play Underdog. But guys, I'm going with JC. I'm going with. Let me know, bro. Why you? Yeah, you said it. You said because he could get 1 big catch, right? So I'm going with the yardage. I'm going with likely yardage. Let's keep moving. Let's keep it moving. Mahomes rushing. Okay, let's go to Mahomes rushing. Have we seen Mahomes yet? Have we seen Mahomes yet? No, we haven't. They got it sold out. We haven't seen Mahomes. Okay, let's go look at Mahomes rushing. Woo! I don't know. Let's go look at it. Let's look at it. 41-19 playoff games. 41-19. Buffalo had 19. This says 27. I don't know, bro. That's rough. I don't know about that. I do like him for rushing. If it was 10 or 12, which it ain't gonna be 10 or 12, because that's easy money. Because he's gonna take off running. Mahomes gonna take off running. But could it be an 8-yard big time play? Yeah, it don't gotta be 27 yards rushing. The attempts, I don't know. They took the interceptions out. I wish I could get the interception line. 60. I like lower than on the 67% completion percentage. I like it to be lower. I can see him getting 63, 64, 65. But let's go down. Let's go down to some of these other guys that I like. Let's see. Yeah, JC says Mahomes rushing, and he says I would take the attempts, hope for knees. See that? Thank you, JC. So you saying when he take a knee, they count that as a rush attempt, bro? Let me know real quick. When he takes a knee at the end of the game, that's a rushing attempt? Because I can see him getting at least 3 taken off at least 3 times. And then if he down at the end of the game, yeah, you right, bro. That's 5 or 6. Okay, he said yes, sir. Okay, that's cutting edge content right there, guys. That's cutting edge content. Okay. He said he got 3 last game at the end of it. Okay. Well, this is Baltimore. But they could win the game. I'm still picking Baltimore, and I need to talk about that too. I'm gonna do the parlay. I got a couple parlays for you. Okay. So let's go through. We got these defensive guys. I can't go with a sack against Lamar. I would love to see my boy, the defensive tackle for them to be able to get a sack, but Lamar, that's tough. JC says could get him in of the first half too. Oh, okay, right. See, okay. I ain't think about that, man. That's you put me up on game, bro. That doesn't help me out a lot. I never know because I don't really don't take a lot of rushing attempts for like quarterbacks. And now I'm thinking about it. You're right. That's at least 3 to 4 that he can get off the end of the game or at the halftime. And just his regular rushing attempts too. He can take off with his regular rushing attempts. Okay, so I like Roquan to get. I think Kansas City passed the ball a lot though, so maybe I might like probably Patrick Crean or Kyle Hamilton. I like maybe Kyle Hamilton 5.5 to plus assists because of the game, a passing game with Travis Kelce getting out in space. More of a space game benefits the safeties, especially the way Kyle Hamilton plays. He's gonna also blitz Pat Mahomes too. All right, let's keep going. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody that I like. Okay, let's get to Jared Goff. I think he can throw for 2 touchdowns. I like Jared Goff to throw the ball. Let's see what he did last week. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Harambe. Yes, sir. Let's see what he did last week. He had 287, 277. Rams, Minnesota 320. 287, 277, 43 attempts, and even 27 attempts. I like Goff there. We'll come back to that. Maybe he can get over to 257. Let's see what JC says. JC says Goff is tricky, right? I think they will want to keep the Niners off the field by handing to Gibbs a month. I agree, bro. That's why I didn't pick it immediately. I agree with that. I agree. He's very, very tricky. If they get behind and he all of a sudden changes, you don't know that game. That's hard. That's a hard game script to pick. I agree 100% with that. JC, you know your shit, bro. You know your stuff. Okay, I'm going with this Brock Purdy right here. I'm going with Brock Purdy over 21.5 completions. What you think I should go with, JC? Do you for Brock Purdy? Do we think we should go with the attempts? Do you think we should go with the completions or the yards? The touchdowns, I'm not going. I'm not going with the touchdowns with him. What you think we should do, bro? I'm thinking the completions. Me too. I love him. I do too. He says, love Brock to throw. I would lean attempts. He's been shaky lately. I could see him missing some throws. Right. I agree. He has been shaky. He has been shaky. Let's see what his attempts been. If I see a nice game trend, I'm going with the attempts against Detroit. Especially with Detroit run defense being really good. 39, 28, 32. He had 39 against Green Bay, 28 against Washington, 32 against Baltimore. But let's go look at it. Did he have what was his completions though? He had at least 21 completions in all these though, right here. That's what I'm saying. He had at least 21 completions. Even though he might miss some throws, he's still gonna have to put the ball in the air and somebody gonna have to catch it. I don't believe he had like 14 completions. Right. I think the completions are better because no matter what, he got 21 completions is not that much. Especially with Debo being out there for screens, a lot of the screen passes and CMC, maybe just the yardage. Okay. Let's see here. 278 is a lot, man. 278 because he has been shaky. 278 is a lot. I'm gonna go with the completions. I so I want to be able to do something even if they lose in the game. I think I'm gonna do attempts. I'm gonna go with the attempts because even if they winning or losing, he's gonna get attempts. I'm going with the attempts. All right, so we got Rashid Rice. The longest pass, I don't know. I don't know what the longest pass is. They don't got it on Underdog, the longest pass. That's probably for like DraftKings or FanDuel. So over here, we got Harrison Buckner for 1.5, just 2 field goals for Harrison Buckner. We got 40 receiving yards. We got Isaiah Likely for 1 big play or just 23 yards. We got Brock Purdy. We need 1 more. I'm thinking about going with the Lord at 84, but I do respect CMC. Even if he gets shut down, he could get 88. You know, I like him going for Lord in 84. I don't think, guys, let me know who's had 80 yards rushing on the Detroit Lions. I don't know anybody to have 80 yards on the Detroit Lions rushing, maybe once or twice all year. Yeah, that's a lot. And he says Mark Andrews on the 6 catches. Mark Andrews on the 6 catches? No, bro. I know they ain't got that up here. I'm going with that. Okay, okay, that's what Romby's saying. Bro, if they got that line for you, bro, definitely take that line. Now I got 3 receptions right here. So I don't got that. He says Lamar 0.5 rushing. Let's see if they got that up here at the top. I don't think they got that up at the top. No, they don't got that. Not for me, they don't. You just starting off, bro. So they got that. Hartman under 1.5 catches. Kelsey for over 6. Gibbs for over 34.5 rushing. Yeah. I think I'm gonna take that too. I think I do like that Gibbs. But I'm gonna finish looking. I think I do like the Gibbs. Mahomes on the 246. Yeah, I don't know. But I like that one too. I think I like the Gibbs better. Those are the bets I made for today. Oh, okay. Okay. Kelsey over 6 catches, right. Hartman under 1.5 catches. Be careful with that Hartman, bro. That Hartman is rough. Because he could get a couple screen passes. All right, let me go down here and see what's going on. Amara, Ayuk. So since I already got Purdy, they're not gonna let me do none of the Ayuk and Debo's. JC says, "How do you feel about Pacheco's health? I feel like he's fly over his rushing if he'll full go. I don't know, man. Baltimore run defense is like that. I think Kansas City gonna be able to do whatever they want to do with him in the passing game. I don't know about the rushing game. That Pacheco makes me nervous. Look, they didn't took Fred one of them value off. They won't do Fred one of them no more. Let's see here. I like Ayuk, but I can't do it because I already got Purdy. I like Amira. McDuffie tackles, JC, you said? He said he like McGuffey tackles. I think I'm gonna go with the Jameer Gibbs over 34.5 rushing. What do you think about Jameer Gibbs rushing? Do you think he can break a long one or he could get over 34.5 rushing? Let's go look at what he did the last couple of weeks. Yeah, the Rams, he only had 25 yards, and then he only had 30 against Minnesota, which they got a really good defense. Tampa Bay supposedly had a good run defense. And he'd been catching like 4 passes a game, too. Okay. So JC says, I love Gibbs' combo number. Harami says, bruh, my bad. It's targets for Andrews. Under 6. Okay. Still took the under. Right. I love that under for under 6 targets. I don't think he gets 6 targets. I think I'm going to go with Jameer Gibbs higher. Oh, they said I always got a boosted pick for Rashee Rice. Okay. So they won't let me pick that one. They won't let me pick that one. All right, so likely yards dropped. I'm gonna go with his rushing attempts. Okay, so JC says public betting Andrews. That's why likely's dropped. Okay. I'm thinking about going lower. CMC 84.5. Not let me see how many attempts that Jameer have. 9, 8, 13. San Francisco. I'm gonna go with higher. What does this pay? It's only 600. I think I'm just gonna do 20 for 400. No insured. All right, that's what we're gonna do, guys. So we're gonna go with Rashee Rice for over 40, Harrison Buckner for 2 field goals, Isaiah Likely for over 22.5 receiving yards, Brock Purdy for 30 passing attempts, and Jameer Gibbs for 9.5 rushing attempts. What? With any You cannot put more than $10 per entry? What the hell? Oh, they hating. Guys, let's get the likes up. We got 9 people in here. Let's get the likes up. Thank you. Thank you for that, Harambe. Chief says, JC says Chiefs 4 over plus 4.5 money line. NFL wants Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. Right. Everybody on that. Everybody said that they want Taylor Swift there to get that boost, to get them commercials. They won't let me do over 20. Man, that's bull crap. That's okay. We'll do 10. I take that 10 for 200. Okay. All right. Sure, your limited time sale expires at what you call it. Okay. All right, now let's go to DraftKings. Let's do something for DraftKings real quick. All right. This is what I got so far. Let's do one from scratch. I already got me one classic millionaire one in there. I'm pretty sure I do. Let me see my lineups. Make sure that's I got $1 million one. Because I'm supposed to have $1 million one. Let me make sure. Let me look at my phone, guys. Because on the desktop is different. So let me look on my phone real quick. Thank God for being patient. I gotta look on my phone because I want to make sure I'm in there for the $1 million. Yeah, I'm in there for the $1 million. Okay. So like I said, let's go do one from scratch. Single entry $3 one. Let's go do this one. Classic. I like classics. I'm not really big into the showdowns. Oh, only $600 for first place? Nah, I ain't doing that one. Let's do this one right here. Oh, that's a showdown. $10K. Let's see. 5 play action classic $3. Okay, yeah, let's do that one. Okay. Taylor Swift Kelsey breakout album gonna be lit. That boy crazy. You right, bruh. Hey, listen, they might get married though. You know how that goes. It might be too much money for them not to get married. They might need to squeeze this out a little bit and then break up. So you right, bro. That boy, Harambe, that boy crazy. All right. So guys, we could just give if you got any advice about any guys, let's go. I already did one with Lamar Jackson. I'm going with Purdy. He's going against Detroit. No matter what the game script, I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball. They got to win it through Purdy. I think he's going to throw it to Kittle and Ayuk and Debo. Now I do Jared Goff. Yeah. Lamar and Pat Mahomes, I don't know if they're going to be the top quarterbacks. Lamar could because of his running upside. Pat them come out and they ready and they got a better game plan. He could be fine. I'm gonna go with Purdy for his price. He's at 6,400. So let's go with Purdy for the quarterback. All right, let's go to DST real quick. I don't know about San Francisco D. What D y'all think we should, guys? Make sure let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. How many people we got in here? We got 6 likes. Let's get the likes up a little bit. Who y'all think we should go for defense? Ravens or Chiefs? I like Ravens. 49ers. I think Detroit is going to be playing from behind. I don't know if that's going to be enough points to really make a difference. What do y'all think? I'm going to go ahead and go with the Ravens. I think they can have more turnovers. They can force Pat Mahomes into a turnover. Sacks, get more quarterback sacks. Detroit got a good offensive line. They're going to run the ball. They could turn over. They could turn Jared Goff over. Okay, let's go with the Ravens. Running backs. I'm going with Gibbs. And I'm not touching McCaffrey. I'm going to fade McCaffrey. Gus Edwards. I'm gonna go. Should I go with Justice Hill? Gus Edwards could get a goal line, but he don't catch the ball. We'll come back there. You know, I'm going with Amara. I'm going with Ayuk. And my tight end, I'm going with George. George. I'm going with George of the Jungle. Watch out for that tree. Okay. Go back to wide receiver. How much money we working with? Okay, average remaining player 4,600. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Rice. 3,700. So that means we're gonna have to get a cheap running back. Let's try Hill or Dalvin Cook. I'm going with let's try Hill. 26. That's not gonna. We ain't got enough money. So I'm gonna go with a sleeper with Dalvin. And then okay. So we got 3,200 left for the flex. Let's go all the way down. Yes, I went with the Ravens defense. Yep. Harambe, I went with the Ravens D. They got Hardman, Richie James. Let me go back to wide receivers. Maybe let me see if I can go with somebody outside of. Maybe I can get rid of. Rice, since I already got the Ravens defense, and go with you. No, I'm not going with Zay. Let's go to flex real quick and let me go to likely. And then that leaves me 5,400 for wide receiver. I'm in a tight spot. What wide receiver here? I don't want to go with no Jennings, not with Debo healthy. I don't want to go with no, because that's gonna leave $1,000. Went with Hill and Gibbs for running backs. Right. I could change it up. I could change. I mean, I could go with Gus over Dalvin. And then at wide receiver, that leaves me with 41. And then that's Nelson and Jameson. Josh Reynolds. I'm not going to sleep on Josh Reynolds. I'm going to take Josh Reynolds. I'm not going to sleep on him. Josh Reynolds has been playing good. So we'll try that. We got Purdy, we got Ayuk and Kittle. Then we got Likely. We got the Ravens defense. We got Gus Edwards. Got Gibbs, Purdy, Amara, Ayuk, Josh Reynolds. I'm going to go with that squad. All right. So, guys, let's get out of here for a second. All right. So, I'm going to talk about a parlay before we get out of here, guys. You got any type of comments, y'all let me know. I like the Detroit 7.5 if I'm going to take the game. Now, if I'm going to do the money line, I'm going with San Francisco and Baltimore. Those are the two money line bets that I'm willing to go with. Those are the guys that I think going to win the game. But if you want to go with the points, who's going to give you a little bit better odds, I'm going with Detroit plus 7.5. And I'm going with the Kansas City-Baltimore game to go over 44 points. The Kansas City-Baltimore game to go over 44 points. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Appreciate everybody who came in and tapped in on the live. Like I said, I will be doing more reaction videos. I do got a draft guide coming up this year, and I will be breaking down some of the rookies. I'm just waiting for them to enter the combine. I don't want to talk about too many players before the combine come, because the combine is important. It's a lot of guys that's better than what people think. They just ain't got a chance to show you their skill set. So the combine is a big part for me. So once the combine get here, I start talking about, some of the quarterbacks and stuff like that. Some of the running backs and wide receivers and things of that nature. And like I said, I got a draft guide coming up. I don't know if I'm just going to do it for Patreon, do a separate pay where once you get on Patreon, or if I'm just going to do a separate document where you just got to buy the document, or you pay for it on Cash App or something, and I send you the document. But I will be doing a draft guide. The draft guide is not going to be every single player that's like for fantasy. It's just going to be the guys that I'm targeting each round. That's how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do a lot of stuff that for nothing. Like, this player and that player. No, I'm just going to talk about the players that you should be looking for, about 5 or 6 players that you should be looking to draft in each round. So, guys, y'all be safe. Let me see how many likes we got before we get out of here. We got 6 likes, guys. Let's get the likes up. Make sure you hit the like button. This is cutting edge content. Appreciate you, Harambe. Yes, sir, bro. I went Kittle and Brock. I squeezed. All right, guys. Y'all be safe.
death on camouflage. Gotta keep a foot up on their necks cause they might sabotage.